Hey, it's your girl, Allison Williams.
Hey, this is Devon Howard.
Hi, this is Beth.
Hi, this is Cindy Mizelle.
Hi, this is Tony Walker.
Hey, what's good, y'all? This is Darian Dean.
Hey, everybody. This is the Queen of Philadelphia, Tangeray Hayward.
Hey, everybody. This is Yasdira.
Hi, this is Mason.
Hey, everybody. This is Russell Taylor.
Hey, guys. What's up? This is Ness.
Hey, this is Kenny Allen.
What's up, everybody? This is Cecily.
Hey, this is Corey Day.
Hey, this is your girl, Castella.
Hey, everybody. This is Rebecca J.
Hey, everyone. This is Hill Street Soul.
What's up, good people? This is bassist Hubert Hughes IV.
This is Melvin Lee Davis.
Yo, 1 second. This is Noel Gordon.
Hey, this is your girl, Lady Alma, and you're listening to my friend Troy Sanders on the Bass Entertainment Podcast.
Hey. Welcome to another episode of the Bass Entertainment Podcast. It's your boy, Troy Saunders here, y'all. Baby, I got a show in store for you all today. Hey, you might remember her as the lead singer for The Family Stand. You might remember her from doing backgrounds with Roy Ayers, Chaka Khan, Freddie Jackson, and so much more, so many more people. But she's just one bad solo artist sister too. Her name is Sandra St. Victor. I'm going to start off with a song from 2021 called I Am Better. This is Sandra St. Victor and Josh Milan. Sandra knows she can sing. Oh my God, I am loving this song. You know what? I would love to have the whole thing played, but we got so much stuff to get to. So I'm only giving you like a minute and 30 seconds or so. You know what I mean? And, if you want to hear the whole thing, please support Josh Milan, support Sandra St. Victor by going to all streaming platforms and downloading and telling somebody about it. Yeah. Without further ado, I want to introduce to you all the queen, the lady that encompasses rock, jazz, R&B, house, inspiration, you name it. She just gives it to you, and she gives it to you like nobody else. Miss Sandra St. Victor. Hey!
What's up, Troy?
What's up? It's so good to see you. You looking fabulous and flawless.
Oh, child, that's just filters.
Nah, that's natural beauty. That's natural beauty.
Thank you, sweetie. Thank you. I'm good. How are you?
I am well. I'm glad the sun is out today because it's been crappy for the past few days up here in Connecticut.
You in Connecticut, are
yes.
you? All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the sun is out today. You know, I got my little workout on. I'm feeling good. I'm ready to get started.
Okay. So I'm good to go.
Hey, so I want to tell you, the first time we met, you might not remember this. It was April 14th, 1999.
Oh, Lord. said 90 anything. What? 99 where?
At SOBs, you were doing a Sister Factory show with Sarah Hill, and it was you, Melanie, and Chaka Khan, M, and Bimchi.
Wow.
Okay. So I was there getting signatures to get Chaka Khan a star in the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Wow. That was you.
That was me.
Oh, snap. I do remember that. That's facts. Okay. That's dope.
Yep.
Wow.
And that's the night I met you. I met Melanie, Wanda Tidline.
Yep. Yeah.
Wanda Tidline is my good friend. We hang out every day. She lives in DC now, but when she used to live in New York, we used to hang out all the time.
Yeah.
And we talk all the time.
It was still part of the crew.
Yes. Yes. Matter of fact, I always tell a story. That was also the night that was the end of my relationship that night.
Oh no. So you had a double whammy.
I had a double whammy, but it was all right.
Both sides. Okay.
Sometimes it's time for it to go. You know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Okay. Because what happened, I went downstairs and somebody was interviewing you.
Okay.
And I was waiting for, to get my little signature and stuff. And I was down there with Wanda and Melanie. And they locked the door. They said, we don't want nobody to move because there's an interview going on.
Oh, wow.
And I forgot who you was being interviewed by. So we was down there. You couldn't move and we couldn't make any noise. So by the time the interview was over, SOBs has cleared out.
Oh.
And the only person was sitting upstairs was my partner.
Oh, snap. And y'all had broken up? Or was that
No, that caused the breakup.
He was mad.
He was mad. He said, I don't give a right. He's like, I don't care what the hell was going on. I'm tired of this Chaka Khan signature bullshit. Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, he was like, done. That was it. Tip of the iceberg.
That was it.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a choice.
Right?
A hill to die on, as it were.
Okay. But anyway, that was the first time we met.
Okay.
And
interesting, man. Crazy.
But let's go back. Let's go back to Dallas, Texas for a minute.
Okay.
No, I know you're from Dallas, but you don't have that accent or anything,
Yeah, no. That was actually self-training, but also when the high school for performing arts that I went to, they kind of sort of, they taught you about professionalism and tone and presentation. But even before that, I used to watch this show, I don't know if you remember, called Hee Haw. I used to see... And just, but that show particularly, but anytime there were people on television with Southern accents, they will be the dummy. They'll be the one that people will they'll be the ones that were made fun of. So I'm like, I don't want to be that guy. So I started, even I was like a very young kid, I was like, why do they make fun of people with those accents? But my dad and my mom were very proper talking English people. And they if you said, get up off the floor, they would say the what? The floor. You couldn't say flow, you couldn't say do, you couldn't say no mo, you couldn't say ain't. I didn't have any of that miles. So my parents were like, excuse me? so it was kind of taught out of me, and
And were your parents from Texas also, or did they? Both
of them are. So my mother is more Midwest. But my dad was brought up more southern than me. He was brought up in Dickinson, Texas. But they've always been those upwardly mobile kind of Negroes, as it were at the time. That were like, making sure that we want our children to, So, so the fun thing about that is like, I got so proper that I had to unlearn some stuff when I was like, wait a minute. I'm trying to Malcolm X. So I started, when I started finding myself, I had to hey, wait a minute. So it was, I'm a little bit of everything now.
Well, you know what? And that's a good thing. Because, we got to be able to fit into different modes.
That's facts. You know what I mean? What we call it code switching. I can code switch my ass off. I'm a Gemini, so I can definitely code switch, and as we all can.
Right.
Who's growing up in America.
Right.
We can code switch.
But but the funny thing about it, I don't think these kids code switch nowadays as much as we do.
No, they don't. They don't. And maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. Because, it's like some things we would only say within a certain company. Mm-hmm. These kids say it period everywhere and anywhere in front of anybody. So, right. Maybe that's a good thing. You know what I mean? I'm not even down in it because it's going to be cool.
Because we were told that, there's got to be a little filter there.
Right.
So we
were taught that. We were taught about a filter. And,
there's a time and place for everything.
It's a time and place for everything, right?
These kids time is now. It's going to be now. It's going to stay now.
You come to me on my terms, or don't come out. And I was saying, it could be a good thing. Actually, it could be mad cool.
Right?
Because when I look at somebody like Ryan Coogler, and that's like homeboy to the max.
Yeah.
Biggest director in the world right now. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
It's like, I love that. I love that.
So, like you said, and sometimes if you stay authentic, you will find your niche. You will find
exactly. That's exactly what I feel like he did.
Right. People would gravitate to you that feel that way.
I love that. Yeah. And I feel like, the older I've gotten, so progression of steps, but just learning how to be authentically myself, I had to grow into that. I had to be around the right people for that. I had to, some of my mentors, got me there as well. So, because that is still, it's all a part of me. It is all a part of me, I'm sadly like a grammar goon. I'm a grammar witch, so it's like, please put an apostrophe. You're trying to say you are, please use an apostrophe. I'm like that girl. I'm still your down this home girl. You know what I mean? If you need somebody to help you, I'm that bitch, right? Okay. So it's like, all of these things can be true at the same time.
They sure can. So coming from Texas, now you made it to now, first of all, how did Roy Ayers see you in Texas? How did that happen? Because I know that was the reason for you to come to New York.
Yeah, he brought me. I was with a band called Laissez-Faire, who was led by a guitarist named Zachary Breaux. Very, very talented guy, but that was the band we were in. We used to play up and down the southwest coast of Texas and the southeast coast of Louisiana. So we used to play clubs back and forth all over there. And Roy was playing at a club in Louisiana, one of the places, and he wanted to use our equipment because we were there that same weekend. And so that's how we met. And he just asked me one day backstage, "You want to come to New York?" And I was like, because I'm like 18. And I was, no, creepy old man. And my band was like, "What are you talking about afterwards? What are you saying? He's asking us to come." I said, "Wait, us? Excuse me? He's asking whom?" So that's how he found me. But I said he probably just was talking to, he was just saying stuff, people say stuff backstage, But he'd given me his number, and the band actually forced me to call because I was like, not even thinking about New York at the time. So I called, and sure enough, he was like, "I'm putting a new band together, and Ubiquity, and I would love you to be a part of it." And he also asked the guitarist, Zachary Breaux, to come up as well. So we both went up and we're in the band. It was madness how fast that went. And I had to find a place, and I stayed with William Allen, who's a string arranger for all of those huge Roy Ayers songs. He did all those beautiful, beautiful arrangements. Crazy experience living in William Allen's house.
I can imagine.
It was wild.
People that was coming in out of there.
It was a lot. It was a lot happening there, man.
And what did your parents say when you said, "I'm going to New York"? Roy Ayers.
No, you're not.
So how'd you get out?
I mean, look, I said, "Listen, this is what I want to do." And, I don't know how unless you're going to lock me up, I don't know how you're going to stop me. So, and because the band ended up How do we do that? Yeah, they drove, but the band was going to drive all the way up there. And my father was like, no, you ain't riding in no van with no bunch of men. That's my dad, like, he put me on a flight, So my first flight, to New York. And they weren't like crazy about the idea, but they kind of knew that I was headstrong enough that there was no way they were going to stop me from following something like that meant so much to me. And I don't even know if they knew who Roy Ayers was, but.
But did they play a lot of music around the house?
Actually, the only time I heard my parents playing music when they were having one of their parties, So they played like, it was the 70s. So, when I was growing up. So they was playing James Brown and, Ohio Players, and that sort of stuff. And so I had a lot of funk music, growing up like that. But when I was in high school, I did discover I was going for his liquor, which was in his liquor cabinet. But behind all the liquor was all these albums. I was like, what are these albums? And they were all like these jazz albums. So it actually probably stopped me from becoming an alcoholic because I'm interested in the alcohol and started pulling out all these records and looking at Ella Fitzgerald and Sarah Vaughan and June Christie and who are these people? And I started listening to records and that sort of opened up another area of my musical interest.
And then growing up, did you play instruments also, or was vocal just your main thing?
I started out on piano. I started out playing piano. As I was told, I don't recall, but I was told it was 2 when I first got on the piano and started playing a Joy to the World, which is just a scale,
Right.
But they said that's what I did. I played Joy to the World, but I sang George to the World. George, whoever I thought George was. But I was always a little precocious, so I can imagine.
So
also clarinet. Let me just put that out there as well.
All right. Do you still practice on the clarinet and piano?
You know what? I used to when I went home. When I used to visit home, my parents were still alive. I would go there, pull out my old clarinet. But I still got it or something. So I really should get the clarinet because I enjoy the sound of the clarinet. I like that warmth, and and I like the feel of the reed. It's good for dexterity on the fingers as well.
Okay. When you write your songs, do you use your piano?
I do. I do. Usually I'll get a track from somebody, so I don't have to do tracks myself though. And I've learned how to do tracks, how to produce tracks. But I still think at this point, I know so many great producers, that could give me exactly what I want. I don't feel like struggling to figure out exactly how to put it together, exactly how I want it. He can do it in 5 minutes. So maybe there's a laziness there.
And then I can just go and throw my lyrics on it because your lyrics are insane.
Thank you. Thank you. I spend time with lyrics and melodies and harmonies. And so the piano, I definitely mess around there to try to, if I need, can you go here instead of there on that chord change? Because I feel something else and I can tell them that, to work around what I'm hearing,
So you didn't have time to go to college for anything. You said, I'm ready to go right now.
My dog is about.
Hey, it's your girl, Allison Williams, and you're listening to Bass Entertainment.
So then you playing Roy Ayers, and Miss Queen Diva Chaka Khan walks in and say, do you want to sing with her?
Yeah. What a crazy moment. These little steps, they put them back to back. I'm like, wow, this is how things happen for everybody. But yeah, she was just sitting there at the bar at McKell's on, I think it was 96th Street, Columbus, somewhere, uptown Manhattan. And during a break of mine, she came back stage and asked, I was on the phone. I'm like, oh, wow, that's Chaka Khan. And she was just standing there. I was like, oh, snap, that's Chaka Khan. She wants to talk to me. So then I got off the phone, obviously. And she was like, you want to sing more, don't you? And I was like, yeah. So then we talked a bit. She gave me her number. and said she was putting a new group of background singers together, and asked me if I knew some other, possible candidates for that. And she held auditions, whatever. So I held some auditions, and it ended up that first group was myself, Brenda White King, and Lisa Fischer.
And how did she know that you knew? How long were you in the city by the time this happened? You must.
Yeah, that was only like a year.
That's what I'm saying.
Maybe a year and a half. Maybe I don't think it was even 2 years, because that was 83, 84. I got there in 82. So yeah, about 2 years.
And then you knew Lisa Fischer prior.
Before that, because she was with the Crystals, and they were touring around the same time, same areas I was touring with. My band was Zachary Breaux, laissez-faire. So we used to run into each other, and she was just always the sweetie, and we just have fun whenever we get together, So I had her information as well, and she was between her and Brenda. I mean, they hooked me up with sessions and stuff in the city when I first got there, and just really it put me right in the middle of the scene of the background, that elite background set with Cindy Mizelle and Audrey Wheeler and Tawatha Agee, and I mean all them girls, man. It was like you couldn't do nothing, no recordings without them six sisters on it. Them sisters on everything back in the day, right?
Okay. Matter of fact, Cindy Mizelle was on here, and she said she was doing a session with oh my God, what's the man's name?
Kashif.
So many. Older guy.
Older guy.
I'm trying to remember his name right now.
Recently or a long time
ago?
No,
1980 or something like that, early 80s. And she was saying how she was singing with him, and he said, "What?" And he told the producer, he punched him in the face and said,
shit.
He said, "Why you been holding these babies? I love these babies. Why you been holding out on me?"
Push him in the face. I was like, "You've been holding out." That's hilarious. That's hilarious.
She said, Eddie, I can't think of the man's name. Anyway, she said, Wilson Pickett. That's who it was.
Wow, he would definitely punch somebody in the face. That would be yes, absolutely.
She said he punched the producer in the face and said, "Why you been holding out on me? These babies can sing."
Okay.
He said he pulled out some money, gave them all money. She said, "I never got paid cash."
What's they trying to pay no taxes?
Right. Oh man. So now you sing with Chaka. So that was like the 84. That was the I Feel For You and Destiny album.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
And as I listen to the Destiny album, I can hear you clearly on Tight Fit.
Yeah. That's my jam. Yeah. We had fun on that one. That was a good one.
And now I was trying to listen. I'm like, is that Sandra or Mark going high and low? Yeah. And I think that's Sandra.
Yeah. Yeah, man. Yo, those sessions, that was one of them. Those are real sessions with a bomb, baby.
Matter of fact, I gotta let people hear that because they probably don't know. I said, "What?" I know it ain't. I said, "That ain't Chaka." I think that's Sandra doing that part right there. And then at the I'm looking for that part.
I'm looking for I've been thinking of. Yeah, that shit right there. I love that song, man. That was one of my favorite joints.
Oh man, let's go to that part. Let me see. What's that? Like a minute, 2 minutes, or something there. Let's see. We can get the people in on that. Hold on a second. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, we gonna play this. We gonna let the ending roll. Yeah, that's just fire right there. That's what I'm talking about.
Isn't that so much fun in parts? Yo, that was nice.
Hey, this is flutist Daryl Evan Jones, the ambassador of instrumental soul. Check out Troy Saunders on the Bass Entertainment Podcast.
People send in questions to ask for me to ask.
Oh, really?
You. Yeah.
Oh, wow, cool.
Delmar Thomas sent a question in. He said, ask Sandra if she was going to put together an all-star band, who would be in her band?
Ooh, that's a troublemaking question right there. Jesus, I need like 3 bands to put together. I need 3 bands to put together because that's hard, man. Because I know some killer musicians. You talking about 1 bass player, 1 drummer? Come on, I got 3 off the top of bass, 3 off the top drummers right now. I mean, it's gotta be freaking on bass. It's gotta be Leslie Lemon, Fred Cash, Melvin L. Davis. Okay? It's like, and on drums, oh my God, today. Oh my God. Rocky Bryant, Abe Fogle, Scooter Warner. Where would I go? Ralph, I can't. One band? Come on. Can't do 1 band. I mean, we just lost Ronnie Drayton on guitar. I would definitely call Marcus Machado right now. So I got my guitar place filled, period. So because we have such chemistry. So it would have to be Marcus Machado and on keys. Jesus, I got Tom Hammer and Mark Batson and Peter Lord Moreland. What am I supposed to do with them 3?
Okay.
Can I have 3 keyboards? Man.
And you, we don't get to Peter Lord and Jeff.
Okay.
Because we can't do this interview without talking about Family Stand, because y'all took music to another level. What I love is the mixture of jazz, rock, R&B, everything on one album.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah. The label didn't like that so much, but they let us make the record. They let us make it. So we were like, let's do what we feel. And this is what we felt. There was 3 people and we had different energies and we all respected each other's energies and we just melded them together. And I believe came up with a cohesive sound. But it was not something that was palatable for other than, remix of Ghetto Heaven for mainstream R&B radio at that time. So folks were like, well, where are they? Who are? I remember going into record stores and taking our records out of the R&B section and moving them over to alternative or rock. I was just like, because they didn't fit next to Guy. And,
Right. They did. Y'all had your own thing going on. And right. I love
Guy. No diss. But yeah, it was we had our thing. It was our thing.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to play some of my favorites.
Oh, let me hear what your favorites are.
Well, I had to narrow it down because there was so many. But I love In Semi Fall. I love Sweet Liberation, Shades of Blue, Say Love, Shelter.
My man got good taste.
Sometimes.
Oh, wow.
Ins and Out.
Yeah.
Divided We Stand. I mean.
Wow, my man. Okay.
Yo,
you know the albums too.
I'm not playing, girl.
All right.
Okay. I mean, everybody knows Ghetto Heaven.
Yeah, I know, but that's a lot of times that's the only thing they know. Family Stand.
I know, but I'm like, come on, y'all. And it was funny. Jackie McGee was on here too.
Oh yeah.
And she had me laugh. She's like, "Oh, when they asked me to be part of the Family Stand, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna do me a little rock. I'm doing a little." And she said, and when I get in there, they want to do a straight up R&B album. She's like, I was so pissed off. I want to do what Sandra doing.
She had the voice for it too, man.
I know. That's a singing sister.
She got the chops, man. Yeah.
She said, I was so pissed off. She said, I love the music that we did, but.
Yeah, that ain't what she came for.
Right. I want to do a little Shades of Blue. Right.
No, at that point, it's like, okay, let's see what the label want, how to make the label a little happy. But it's just, yeah. People wanted what they wanted, man.
Okay. Well, you know what? Let's play a little bit of Sweet Liberation.
Okay. All right. Yes.
Hey, everybody. This is a Sweet Liberation. And in case you don't know, this is off the Family Stand album, the first one, and it was called Chain.
Ever think you would touch my soul? You made me whole. All that I know is now that I love you more. You made me wanna sing, yeah, yeah. I will not stop before my destination. Sweet, sweet liberation, yeah, yeah. A liberation, sweet, sweet, and I was a victim.
I love when his voice comes in. He comes in with such power and energy.
Every time he opens his mouth, I'm like, yeah.
Okay.
Every time he opens his mouth.
And y'all compliment each other so well.
Yeah, it's always, it doesn't matter how much time passes, you know. It's the blend is always there. The vibe's always right. So I'm glad we called ourselves the Family Stand. It's just really that's my family right there. Those are my musical soulmates for sure. For sure.
Do you plan on working together again or doing some more stuff?
We always, it's never like a plan to not work with them. It's just trying to always find the right things. We have new music. We have a whole new album that we put out in 2020, right before Corona. We had shows and all that stuff booked, and everything was shut down. But, you know, it's about the right opportunities and the right, situations. You know, we were talking to somebody just like a couple of weeks ago about maybe doing acoustic city winery tour, something like that. But we will never not be musically connected or, familially connected. We're just who we are.
I'm glad, because we need that. Especially nowadays, I think it's a better place for people to hear that a mixture of music nowadays.
It is. We were definitely before our time, believe it. I can say that now. I didn't feel like that at that time because we had already had Sly and the Family Stone, which did that back in the 70s. I had no problem with it. But by the time the 80s and 90s rolled around, it was so much more structure expected for Black folks on radio. So it's weird that the openness got less as opposed to continue to follow through on the path it was on.
I was talking to somebody about that earlier. Not only were we more open in the early 70s and late 60s with our music, because we didn't have Black only radio stations and stuff like that. So, and kind of in doing that, we kind of separated the music. Whereas before we had WABC, NBC, whatever, and they played everything. You would hear Chaka, and then Helen Reddy would come on, and then, Isley Brothers,
Exactly. I mean, I remember just, Elton John being played next to Stevie Wonder and Gladys Knight and the Pips,
Yeah.
So, and I got into all types of music because of that, I mean, there was also, I used to do a show called AM FM radio, where I would say, which y'all want to hear, AM song or FM song? And I would choose from like one side of that track, which is a very fun thing to do, So if you ask for AM, then I might do American Pie by Don McLean.
Right. Because there were certain songs that you would hear on AM radio.
Yeah.
So,
yes.
So, I think now with the... everybody doing more of their own thing and not really relying on a record label, there's a place for everybody. There's somebody's going to gravitate to you that might not have known about you through the internet.
Right. It's honestly, it's more about garnering enough of that niche together. They are out there. It's just to all get them to look at this one spot right now. Can y'all, hey, I know y'all there. We're here, if we can get all y'all look at one time. I was reading a post or a comment, I forget, from Selena Johnson the other day, who I absolutely adore, by the way. She was just saying, she just hates it when like folks come to her and say, when you gonna put out a new album? Because we haven't heard her. She said, I just put out a new album, and so folks don't, because they're not keyed in. Like when you have a big label behind you, then they put it out on the Billboard, and all the playlists or whatever. So then everybody knows her new record is out. But when you're independent, you somehow have to get everybody to notice so that they're keyed in when it's the right moment. As an independent, that's really, really hard to do because there's so much out there, and scroll fever is serious, right? So, they all love you, but I'm looking for cat memes today, or whatever. I don't know. You know what I mean? So,
right.
So they just don't know. They don't know. So you put something out and folks don't even know. I just put a record out. Wait, come on.
Right. You know what? And that's why, I do this podcast, and that's why I do the radio show. I said, because you know what? There's a lot of good music out there. There's a lot of good stuff. And and even that, I'm going through music. I have one of those type of ears that if I'm listening, I can tell if I like something or not in first two bars or something. All right, no, that's next. That's next. That's next.
Yeah, I can hear it. Okay. Cool.
Right. So when on New Release Friday, I'm going through everything. All right, no, not you. All right, next. What's that?
There you go. That's what's up.
So, but I'm glad I'm able to push this stuff out there and let people know about it, because there is so much good stuff out there. And it just needs to be heard. You need somebody to
and listen, we, speaking for all independent artists, appreciate what you do, because, without that, it's only up to us to somehow wave our hands at a screen and try to get attention. So, I always want to do, I wanted to wait to do your show, actually, like before my next record comes out. But I'm like, let's just go back, because I want to make sure we have, our connection is fire. And I love what you do. And I just want to support what you do as much as I can.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That.
Thank you.
For real.
I mean, like I said, I just love doing this. And like you said, COVID hit, and I said, you know what? I need to reach out to my people. I know they're sitting home,
Right.
I'm just going to call them and see, hey, come on and talk. Come on in.
See? Yeah. You careful, because yeah.
And here it is 4 years later. I'm still doing it. So I'm good. And then, Merv Mack over at Urban Influencer said, hey, I like your show. Why don't you come on and, have a radio show in here? So, hey. I'm loving that too.
That's right. That's right.
So, I mean, I'm just keep stepping. Hopefully we'll just get bigger and bigger, and we reach more and more people.
Right. Right.
So that's why when we was at Malik's thing, I was like, oh my God, this is perfect opportunity. Let me talk to Audrey. Let me speak to, let me tell y'all something. Y'all missed, you could, it was only but a certain amount of people that could make it there.
Right.
But I'm glad I was in the house. Let me tell you, Audrey Wheeler, Sandra St. Victor, Karen Bernard. They got Melvin Leaf Davis. They got the musical director over there coming on in here. I mean, the band was all-star. Okay?
Yeah.
And
Felicia Collins on guitar.
Oh my God, right?
Ed Sussman on keys. Ralph Roll on drums. Yes. It was wicked. It was wicked.
It was so wicked. And they was doing like Movie No Mountain, y'all. You know, stuff like that. The whole thing was that Malik Assad said that Chaka Khan's live at North Sea Jazz Festival went viral earlier this year. And people were really it was really about the backgrounds. Because them backgrounds were chirping. You okay? And the backgrounds were, of course, Sandra St. Victor, Audrey Wheeler, and Karen Bernard. So he wanted to recreate that and give like a master class on how.
With a young sister too, with Darian Pond, right?
Yes.
She was killing, wasn't she?
She was killing. And they got up there and they did the thing. You know, I mean, and look out. It's going to come out again. So if you better get your ticket, you better get it quick. I almost missed my opportunity because I saw a flash up on the computer and I went and it said it was sold out. I was like, what? I called Karen Bernard up. I said, Karen, I got to be up in there. What's going on there? She said, let me find out what's going on. So she called. She said, they just released 8 more tickets. Get it now.
That's right. I remember he had to release 8 more tickets. Okay, we're just going to move to a little bigger room. So we get 8 more people in there.
Okay.
He's going to release it on YouTube.
Yeah. So look out for that. Look out for that, y'all. It's going to be insane. If you don't know who Malik Assad is, please check him out. I mean, you probably know who you probably watch some of his videos, don't even know who the person is behind it, but you know that voice. You know?
Yes.
He's another one. I say
most people know, folks know Black Music Archive.
Yes.
That was his previous platform and all this fabulous stuff he used to find. Man.
Okay.
That's how I got to know him.
Me too. And I'm saying, you do your research. And I said, what I love about it, because he came on here a couple of weeks ago, and I was like, you have the air. You know? Yeah. He said, all right, and now they are reaching high C, and then they go to blah, 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 blah. I'm like, go ahead, Malik, break it down, boo.
He knows his music.
Yes.
He knows theory.
Yes.
He knows the tone. He knows. I'm really impressed. I've watched several of those videos explaining somebody's vocals, and I'm like, you better work. I really love that.
Yes. Yeah. That boy is bad. And I said, and to be so young.
Yeah, that's why. Oh my God, that's crazy. I'm like, boy, you are not this young doing this. Oh my God. He is a young badass, man.
Yes, he is. So, yo, check out. If you haven't heard Black Music Archives, please check it out. And he explained so many artists. And now he's doing interviews. The latest one is with Cheryl Lynn. So
yes. It's Malik Assad TV now.
Yes, Malik Assad TV. And also follow him on Instagram, Malik Assad TV, MKTV.
Exactly, right. MKTV, right. Yes.
So yeah, that's why I got reacquainted with Miss Sandra St. Victor. Matter of fact, let's play another Family Stand record. Let's see. Let's do Shades of Blue.
Hey.
Okay. We're going to play. This is off the second album. Well, really, it's the third album, but the second one you were on, correct?
I was on all of them because there's the first one was called Yvonne Jeffries in the Stand. And that was chapters. And then it was Chain, and then Moon and Scorpio. And then Jackie came in for Connected.
So why didn't, how come we can't find that first one?
Yeah, it's really difficult. But I mean, I think somebody found it on vinyl. You can find it it's like it's the Discogs and stuff like that.
All right, well, I'm going to look for it.
But it's not the Family Stand. It's Yvonne Jeffries and the Stand, which is like a whole explanation that it was like, we have to change that name. That's not...
Well, how did you get Yvonne Jeffries in the Stand?
Yeah, okay. So Peter's mother, her name was Yvonne, and then Jeffries, and then Sandra St. Victor with the halo or the ST. And I my favorite book at the moment was The Stand by Stephen King. So it was we kept the halo over the ST for the rest of the run, but it was just like every time I get in an interview, people like, so Yvonne, I'm like, okay. I'm Yvonne, and then, but how could I be mad at him? The name of the group is Yvonne Jeffries, and the Stand. So they're the Stand. I'm Yvonne. Actually, I'm the Stand. But his mama's Yvonne. It's just too ridiculous to have to explain every freaking interview. So we had to change.
Well, I like the new change. I'm glad you're changing Family Stand. It makes so much more sense.
Yes.
It fits. Yes. And it kind of gives a little homage to Sly.
Yeah, of course. Ain't nobody mad at that.
Right?
Ain't nobody mad at that. Because it's like that, like I said before, it's that connection. It was just that mixture of elements and genres, and breaking barriers. Yeah.
So, I mean, it fits so perfectly.
Yeah, man.
So it does. Here we go. Shades of Blue, y'all.
I'm going to turn my meat over.
Make us a bridge, make it orange with this gold and purple trail. Come on, baby, now walk it, cross it, toss it. I want you in, I want you in, I want you in my world. The walls are tumbling down, crumbling down. Hey, come on, baby, now hurt me, welcome me the way you do.
That's just bad, yo. And that phrasing, I just love it. Oh my goodness.
Such a fun, that was a fun one to do live. We get the whole audience jumping up and down. I don't know if my knees let me do that no more. But no, I still do that.
But let me tell you, if you sitting down on that, something wrong with you.
I'm on you anyway. Okay. Get up. Get on up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I mean, that's what I'm trying to say. I mean, people, music is music.
Yes. Yes.
And all you have to do is just open up. If you're not open up, all you gotta do is open up, you know. And matter of fact, I don't even think if you don't open up, it's not for you.
Period.
But
if it don't make you feel something, right? You know.
But I don't know. I just tune into so many different things. I guess some people say you just different. But I said I don't mind being different. Because I've tried to school as many people as I can. I'm like, all right, you don't like that? Well, try this, you know. Right. But
we'll find something.
We'll find something. I
used to tell people when I introduced Joyce Kennedy from Mother's Finest, I used to introduce her for my daughter's a soldier. I'm like, if you don't feel something when this sister sings, check your pulse. Okay, so just check. Somebody check. Okay. Some people it's like, she cuts me, man. It's like, I get chills when with that voice, man, every freaking time.
Insane. And the people they used to have on that Daughters of Soul, I mean, oh my God. Nona Hendrix used to have on it. Of course, Layla Hathaway. You had Indira Khan. I can't think of Bill Willis' sister, daughter's name.
Which one, Lisa Simone?
Yeah, Lisa Simone. But Bill Withers, what was his daughter? Yeah.
Corey Withers?
Yeah.
We was about to start with Corey, and we're going to start with Selena Johnson. And what was the other one I had on deck? I'm forgetting somebody right now. Oh, and Sly Stone's daughter. Fun.
Oh, yeah, right.
About to get moving with them. But, that was one of those really like life-affirming projects to put together just because I wanted to do something that brought together like my sister friends and people. And at that moment anyway, I didn't feel we're like getting enough light, certainly in Europe. It was just weird because then I was like noticing, talking to Sarah Hill from Sister Factory, actually. It was like, wait a minute, there's three of these people I'm talking about as daughters of legend. I'm like, oh shit. So that's how so then I incorporated, because it was myself from Family Stand, Joyce Kennedy from Mother's Finest, and Nona Hendrix from LaBelle. And we were all coming from that rock funk thing. So I called us the spiritual daughters. And then we had the actual daughters with Layla and Lisa Simone and Indira Khan. And it was just like, it was such a cool ass mix, man. I mean, I brought in Karen Wheeler a couple times. I brought in Denise Williams, Leah McRae, the daughter of George and Gwen McRae. He came in on, so it was a fun gig, man. It was a fun gig. We toured all over Europe with that.
I know. I was like, oh my God, I wish I can get over there.
Man, it would have been fun to see you on this end.
I wish I could have got over there. But hopefully, maybe we'll come on back again.
Listen, I never close a door, and I don't burn bridges unless you burn me. But then it's over. Okay. You don't want to see the other side of it.
But that's a Gemini.
This is Matthew Shell. You're listening to Bass Entertainment with Troy Saunders.
So then after Family Stand, you started, you signed to Elektra, but they ain't do you right.
They sure did, man. That was the weirdest thing. So they spent $1 million making that record and doing beautiful photos and the whole thing. And just, I don't really know what to do with the record. Never mind. What? I was like, okay, all right. So here we go. It was just I found that out on the way back from the photo shoot in Jamaica. I was like, excuse me? Okay. Because the sister that came over, her name was Sylvia Rowan. And she came and took over. And she was previously at Atlantic with Family Stand and East West with Family Stand. So I went over to Elektra with Bob Krasnow, who loved female voices. He had Tracy Chapman, Natalie Cole. I can't even think, but he had
Anita Baker was over there.
Anita Baker, right? Mm-hmm. He loved Black women, like real voices, and he just was doing the right things by all his sisters. I think I had a couple people, but when I came back from Jamaica, I found out that Sylvia had come over and taken his place. I was like, oh dear. So kind of knew I was going to be in trouble already. So like, damn straight. She was like, I don't hear anything. So that was it.
Now, and some people contract, they said that you got to pay money back. Did they say you had to pay that back and all that type of stuff? Thank God.
No, because that would have been a lawsuit.
I know that's right.
Probably still been going on today because I would have fought tooth and nail. No. I mean, I probably would have lost because big companies, but I just wouldn't lay down for that. I would have made the biggest stink in the world.
I know that's right because it's like insanity what some record companies do to people.
Yeah, absolutely. No, it's not a fair. I mean, there are no fair record deals. I mean, on major labels, they just don't do them, and that's what Prince fought for, and the big three that are all gone.
Yeah,
Michael Jackson, George Michaels, and Prince all fought the system of the labels and using their platforms to bring awareness to the unfairness of record deals and almost the criminal unfairness of labels toward artists. Well, they're all gone now.
And then there's a whole lot of conspiracies up there saying, all right.
I know. I'm not going down the rabbit hole. I just say, well, I'm just calling balls and strikes. I don't know what they mean. Okay.
Okay. But if the shoe fits.
If the shoe fits, boy, put it on.
Okay. But from that album, you wind up getting one of those songs to Prince, and Prince wind up recording it.
Yeah, he recorded several of them, actually.
Yeah.
He recorded 5 of them, but the one that he released on his thing was Soul Sanctuary, which was written by me and Tom Hammer and Johnny Kemp.
Regardless his soul.
Yeah, he never gave him credit. I fought for that. He didn't put it. Yeah, just a lot of weird things, but
just weird. Well, just weird. I'm gonna play that. I'm gonna play a little bit of it.
Oh, I love that song. It's beautiful.
It is, and it's off of Prince's Emancipation album, right? Mm-hmm. And it's called Soul Sanctuary. Now, when Sandra did it, you would be called Sandra or Sandra?
Either one. I mean, my mom's called me Sandra Kay, but most people in New York say Sandra. So I'm just kind of it's like. Actually, most of the background singers call me Sandy.
Okay.
So
that's true.
Yeah, those are my friends. So
I'm gonna call you Sandra.
Okay, all right.
Because if you spell it, it says Sandra. Phonetically,
Yeah, I know you in it, but
right. This is Soul Sanctuary, y'all. Beautiful. That's one of my favorites off of that album.
Yeah.
But then you came back with Mac Diva Saves the World. Now that album, I'm like, from beginning to end, is just fire. You did the damn thing on that. I was like, that was like when first heard like Stevie Wonder's songs in the Key of Life. It was on that vein for me. I'm like,
oh, I love it also.
Mama is writing and singing from beginning to end. There's not one bum track on that thing.
Oh, thank you, Troy.
Please. I was, just listening to it again yesterday. I said, let me go through this album one more time and listen to it. I'm like, oh my God. Yeah. I was like, oh, so I'm just like, Victor need a Grammy on this one right here, as far as I'm concerned. This is like one of the baddest albums of the year.
Got the re-release, 1996 all over again.
Come on, girl, re-release it. Bring it back on out. Shoot, that thing is just bad from beginning to end.
Thank you.
So I made a playlist, and I was like, oh, okay. What song I'm gonna put on the playlist? And I just about got the whole damn album on.
dispersed out through
right
between. Okay, all right.
You know, I mean, chocolate, rise, don't bring me down. Oh, knock me up, knock me down. That's that one there, baby.
Yeah,
I'm like, oh, yeah. I mean, I like songs that you feel. I mean, I can't live through that because I can't have no churns, but
you can feel it.
I can feel it.
Energy.
Yes.
You know,
will you love me when I'm dead?
Right? Okay.
I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, that song, forget about it.
Mark Batson, that's Mark Batson, man. That's one of the baddest producers, period, out here.
Yeah. Come over.
Ah, yes.
That's the jam too.
Come over to the house.
I want to play it, but I know what I love the best is at the end. I mean, I love the whole song.
Right, you got to go to the end.
Right, but you got to get to the end too. Go ahead, I got to play the whole damn thing. And wet. Very wet. How wet can it get? Yeah.
Yeah. I was in my bag, you know, that moment. Talking about the rain, obvious.
Yes. You know, I love a good sexy song now. Shoot, you give me a good slow jam and something to make you feel a certain way. Mm-hmm.
Yes, sir.
Well, you know, let's play Come Over.
You want to go on up in there?
Let's come
People
on.
always ask me who am I doing that duet with, and I'm like, me,
right?
Because I think it's a dude at the beginning. I'm like,
no, I knew that was you because I know you get in the basement. Come into. I'm like, go ahead, Sandra. Get it. Well, we're just like with typing, high and low. I can't even go, yeah.
Yeah, that's funny. You got it.
So this has come over, y'all.
Keep him by my side. So listen. Hey,
My goodness. That's the shit right there. Oh my God. Oh, some songs just do it, just take you there. That one right there, baby, that's it. Oh my God.
I've been told that children have been made.
I know they have.
People come up to me and shows, you know my son. I was like, really? I'm like, damn, how old am I? It's like, no, that's a lovely thing, though. Isn't that lovely?
And it's another song that that's off of Gemini's Both Side.
Which song? A sexy song?
No, it's kind of it's sad song. They're cool.
Yeah.
That song I love.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad, but
it's
life affirming. It's I don't know.
Yeah. It's a positive outlook because that is the reality. I lost like a few friends back to back, right? And I had to write a song, but it's like they're fine. Okay, it's like
right. We're still here dealing with this crap.
We here, okay. Right. It's like we the ones left here on Earth, so we got to mourn for ourselves. It's not always so sad for them. No, it's not. They're fine. They cool. It's like it's us. We got to deal with our own stuff and try to grow through that and push through and come out on the other end with still some inspiration and light. And they're part of that whole energy now to help guide us there. So, there's a piece of idea and the just like a love song to my friends that have left, and those that are left behind to mourn them. Yeah.
I love that song. And it takes me, my mother passed in 2017 and Louis Vega had this song off of, I can't remember the name of the album that he has, but it's called Angels Are Watching Me. Angels are watching me, they're watching me. And it is so beautiful. It's a house record, but it brings tears to my eyes. Her voice, the young lady that's singing it is just so.
Is it Sarah Divine?
No, it's not Sarah. Oh my God, who's singing that song? I have to look it up right now. Hold on. But anyway, it puts me in that vein. Yeah. And I know that my mother's watching me. You know what I mean? I feel her. Sometimes I look at my hand.
All the affirmation you need.
Sometimes I look at my hand. I'm like, oh my God, that's my mother. I'm like, wait a second, she's there.
Yeah. That's it. That's all you need to know. Just recognize that they're right there, and they're always a part of you because again, that energy is all encompassing.
Yeah. Matter of fact, let's play a little bit of that.
Okay.
Yeah, cool. Okay. And while I'm playing this, I'm gonna look up that Louis Vega song because I want y'all to.
Yeah, listen. I want to know who's singing it too.
All right, I'm gonna let you know. So this is They're Cool, and this is off of Gemini Both Sides, y'all.
could sing and he could play, like he could really, really play anything, and he had no fear of danger. He gave his life up for a stranger. He's gone. He's gone. Oh, so long, my friend. Yeah, go on. You see, we gon' cry for you, and try to smile. Live your life. Just live your life. Seems
It's cool, y'all. It's those background layering there. That's what take you to the next level on there.
You know, I was mentioning earlier the band that I was playing with, Laissez-Faire, when Roy Ayers discovered me, and that was Zachary Breaux. That's the second verse.
I was thinking that.
Yeah, that's him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he tried to save somebody swimming, you know, on the undertow. Took him. He was trying to save a life.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, crazy.
It's crazy. It's crazy. Oh, the person's name is Busey. I think that's how you say her name. Bucei. She does a lot of house music.
Okay, I don't know her.
Yeah.
I want to look it up though. I'm definitely gonna look it up. I want to hear it now.
Yeah. Yeah, check it out. Check it out.
Troy, Gordon Chambers in the building. Thank you for all the support over the years. We love you, we support you, and we thank you for all your belief in independent soul artistry.
As you see, I'm touching on the albums as we go along.
I love that. Yeah, appreciate it.
Earlier, we talked about Layla Hathaway. And around that time when you did the Daughters of Soul, you also did some music for her on her self-portrait album.
Yeah. Mm-hmm,
so that was like 2009 or something like that.
Yeah. It's 2009, exactly. Yeah, a little after Daughters of Soul, I think.
Right, because Daughters of Soul, I think, was like 2008, something like that.
4 to 7.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was it that early? I thought it was later than that.
4, and some of those tapes are the ones on YouTube, like 2000. I think Fennel is 2000.
Oh yeah, because I'm forgetting. I don't know why I'm thinking it's earlier, but I forgot. I mean, I did meet Malini in the same night that I met you in 1999. So, it is about that time. Yeah, because we was hanging out.
2004.
Yeah,
went to like 2007, 2008, something like that.
Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna take you back a little bit to Layla Hathaway's self-portrait album. And this is one of the songs I love off there. It's called Little Girl. And it was written by Sandra St. Rex Rideout, Layla Hathaway, and Rasan Patterson. Check this out, y'all.
In a time of renaissance, an innocent child, Saturdays in Soul Train, music feeds a budding mind, painting glory on your FM dial. Just a little girl in a big world, hiding in the shadow of the light. Just a little girl in a big world. Oh, listen to the voice of your divine Mama and that big old Lincoln. Frying fish good to the bone. Two baby girls, ooh. She did it all alone. Did it all alone. Daddy in that big old sky ran fast, maybe too fast sometimes. Always there, right here, yeah. Pain and glory on my FM dial. Just a little girl in a big world,
All right, we gonna hit the next album. Let me see what he said. Oh, speaking of backgrounds and stuff like that, I have another question that somebody sent me, but I know the answer to it, but they don't know the answer to it, so I'm gonna ask you. Okay. They were ask Sandra when like she's singing background with somebody like Chaka or something like that, and they have like Lisa Fischer and Brenda White King and herself, or even if it's her, Karen Bernard and Audrey Wheeler. How do they pick who's singing what parts? Because all of them could do all the parts.
I think everybody feels comfortable in their space. I mean, sometimes I really like the bottom, and most people like me on the bottom. I can do the mid as well. On Chaka, I prefer not to do the top. I've had to do it before, but I like the bottom, and most people like me on the bottom because of the fullness of my voice. It will add a nice cushion to build on top of. So I usually sing the bottom, but with Brenda and Lisa, I did the mid because Brenda had such a nice bottom. And that sounds funny.
Oh, girl, you got a nice bottom on you.
You go. And Lisa Fischer is clearly a soprano. So
right.
I was like, but yeah, we could all, but it's like your strengths are your strengths. But come need be, I've had to do, gigs with Yvette where it was just me and her. And yeah, if it's just you and Chaka, somebody got to sing a note on top of her. So,
right.
I got to do that, So you have to do it. So, but yeah, it really depends on each situation. And sometimes a song will call for, that tone would be better in the middle than on the bottom this time. So then I'll jump there and somebody else will jump. But,
Like even that night, Audrey was like, all right, Karen, you doing the top.
Right? She was like, you doing the top? Oh, I'm on the top. No, wait, I'm on the top. We can flip the script mid-show. It's like, wait a minute. Oh, wait. Okay. Okay. We can flip. Definitely.
So I knew the answer already because I was at the show.
Yeah. See, you should have come to the show, question answer. No, yeah.
But, for those who, don't know the ins and outs of it, so I'm going to ask that question.
Yeah, I like those questions. Yeah.
So let's see. Let's go to the next album, which is Oya's daughter.
Yes.
And I love that. I love the title because it's telling you fire. You the daughter, the mother of fire and wind. You look out for me, baby, because I'm gonna blow in here and burn your ass up.
Yeah, it's like it's just, the thing I liked about the Oya, it's her transition position. She's the one that will open the door to heaven or hell, to light or to fire. She's the mover. She will guide you whichever way you need to go and whichever need you need to fulfill at that moment. She's that one will help you push you through that. And I adopted that as like my own personal Orisha, you know what I mean? Because I grow and I change and I move and it's sometimes you have to call on extra energies to help you make these transitions sometimes as quick as you want to make them, and I tap into things like that. And that's what that was about for me.
And what I love is, I feel like I have to give that explanation because somebody was like, is her mother named Oya?
Well, yeah, maybe a spiritual mother, Yeah. I'm adopted. My I don't know what my adopted mother's nickname was. Maybe it was Oya, but Oya is also the gatekeeper to life and death for so.
So that's in Yoruba, y'all. So that's where she got that from. In case you didn't know, because like I said, you might have thought, oh, she's saying that, I'm the daughter of Oya. Oya.
Right. No,
so, right. That's my mama name. No, that's not her.
Mama name.
That ain't her mama name. Or they might have thought that, that was your nickname, and you were talking about your daughter or something. You know, it could.
Right, exactly. No,
Yeah.
I know people have questions, man. I'm glad to answer them because, you know, I like the questions. I like when people are curious. They care enough to, you know, be curious.
And once again, or like I said, that album also insane. I put a playlist together, and I got Grateful, Spirit Talk, Eternal, Awakenings, What We Have Learned.
Oh my God! Yeah,
matter of fact, I think I'm gonna play What We Have Learned. I think that's the song I'm gonna play. As I'm rolling down, I'm like, what am I gonna play? What am I gonna play? What We Have Learned. We're gonna play that one of Oya's daughter, okay? And you have anything? What went into the thought process of making this album? And because you probably got tons of songs, and then you had to pick.
Was like, ooh, this one was produced entirely by Mark DeClivelo, and he had like a gazillion tracks, and so I was just trying to put together a cohesive energy from top to bottom, trying to tell a story, you know. And I always tell the story at the place I'm in my life. And that's where I was at that moment. You know, I started out being grateful. You know, first of all, is this thing on? All right. So, and then, you know, and then I'm grateful, baby, you know, and I just kept it moving and, you know, I laugh at life because fate is like, you know, you make your plans and God laughs. And so I just kept moving on is where I am. And I've got these kids, these now all 3 grown children that, I always have to say something to my kids or about, I just do, you know, and because one day I ain't gonna be here, but they'll have stuff mama used to say. They know what my mom used to say, and they know the stuff that I say that my mom used to say. And if you forget, play that record.
Okay.
You know, so, and like on Jim and I Both Sides, I had Follow Your Heart for my first daughter at that time, you know. I always have something there for them. But each song was just representative. And of course, we were at a moment where, you know, I wonder what we've learned, you know, and I asked the question, what have we learned, you know, contemplatively? And then I'm like, what the fuck have we learned? Because then I'm like, wait a minute, though, you know? Mm-hmm. So I have to like take it, you know, to that next level to really put a stamp on what I mean.
Right. You know, sometimes you need an exclamation point.
For real. And that's what that was. That was that.
Oh, what's the other song? Move Me.
Oh.
What? Motherfucker, what?
If you knew the relationship I was in at that moment, okay? That song, and if you loved yourself more, or about that idiot. So, you know, hey, if you love yourself more, you know what? You know. So I had to, you know, you have to say what I got to say sometimes.
Okay.
I always tell people, you ain't really got to ask me nothing. Just listen to my records. I would hold back my whole life on them records. Like, I be telling all my business on my records.
I was wondering. I said, this sounds like it's some real life shit right here.
Yeah, it's real life.
I can't even hold it up. Motherfucker, what?
Right, exactly.
Do I look dumb to you? What?
Okay. Oh my God! No. We have we said a few things.
Yes.
On that.
Yes, you did.
Mm-hmm.
So, where we go? Oh, I said I'm gonna play What Have We Learned?
The nice version.
Check this out, y'all.
spinning, vertigo, chasing time, very slow. How many lives have we been through? How many lives have to go before we reap the benefits we've sown, pathetic face we've shown, casualties of progress, I guess.
Yeah, I had to get a little more than a minute and 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Because that beat is so infectious.
About to cry, little baby.
Okay.
You kill that.
Okay.
Hi, this is Melvin Lee Davis, and you're listening to Troy Saunders on Bass Entertainment Podcast. Come on, get you some.
Oh, man. And believe it or not, in case y'all don't know, there was another Family Stand album also. Yeah.
You mean the one that we didn't put out?
Isn't it one in 1,000 years?
Oh yeah, right. All right. We also did in 1,000 years. That's right. We did, and it was Super Soul Nova before that.
Right.
That's right. Yep.
Come to think of it,
there's one I really love on there. I think it's on Super Soul Nova. It's called Undiscovered Country.
We're gonna play Undiscovered Country by request of the Queen. All right.
Maybe you've seen my face, a number without a name, a scream from across a dead railroad line. Somebody on top of a roof, watching his life float by, around dirty river, running out of time. I'm from this old, the undiscovered country that's put on a show and toss my fears away. I'm from this old, the undiscovered country. Maybe you'll sing a song for me today. Them boys love the way I look, the fat sticking out my jeans. They don't want them big head sticks in those magazines. My baby is quite okay. She's 7 and gets the best. I got both of us matching chains and this short little dress. I'm from the soul. Before I keep the beats for you, I'm from the undiscovered country. Let's put on a show and toss my fears away. Yeah, I'm from the undiscovered country. Maybe I'll sing a song for me today. Let's put on a show and toss fears away.
That song is so deep, you know. And in case people don't know, I mean, I feel like I know what it's about. It's about being black in America.
Oh no, I can wait. This is my sommelier.
Right, getting a little sippy poo.
Sneaking in there with wine. Thank you, dear.
It's all right.
It is.
So,
we just, those are, I call these Peter Lord standards. Okay, and Peter, he can tell a story, a very, very heavy story, and make it just sort of, just make it not feel heavy, but touch you. And I mean, he does that so freaking well. I think he's he's definitely one of my favorite songwriters. I tell him all the time, top three, He's amazing. Absolutely amazing.
And when he comes in, the whole energy, it's just like ridiculous.
Yeah, so it's like Jeff. So the crazy voice is Jeff.
Oh, sorry, Jeff, not Peter.
Yeah. Peter, so Peter's light skin, dark. Jeff is dark skin. And Pete plays keyboards, and Jeff is our multi-instrumentalist. He's usually they both will start a track and then we build on that. But these guys, both of them are so incredibly ridiculously talented. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. I mean, for you all to not work together, I'll be upset.
Nah, don't trust and believe. We are not. We are never quitting. We don't. It's because the fact that as long as we all are here and have all of our faculties and even a modicum of our talent left, the door is always open for something between the family stand. Just because we have that click. That click just never ever goes away. Here of late, we've been on our family stand app, basically only talking about the Knicks, but that's
unfortunately, right? But I mean, they got further than many people expect them to get.
Absolutely. I mean, okay. I'm proud of us. We could have done further, but just not to the Pacers. Now he started not to the freaking Pacers. Not Reggie Miller. Come on. No. Don't give him that. Oh God, not that boy. Not that Halliburton boy. Oh Lord. Okay, anyway.
If y'all been listening to the music that we've been playing, you must agree that it's an eclectic mix. We have done a little rock, a little. We haven't played jazz. Well, I didn't play Dizzy.
Oh, that's Roy Ayers.
Right. Oh my God.
Yeah. Roy Ayers and Donald Byrd.
Yes. I'm gonna say I didn't play Dizzy, but we can always play.
I'm covering my own song for my next album. I'm covering that in honor of Roy on this album, the new one I'm working on.
All right, I can't wait to hear it. Well, matter of fact, I got to give you a little Dizzy, y'all. We done talked about. I just got to give you a little bit. We play a little house too. Matter of fact, Sandra's been doing some bad house records too. I mean, I'm looking at my list and I'm like, oh yeah, Cosmo. I love Cosmos.
That's Layla's favorite song, actually.
Love that. Da, 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 da. Yeah.
That's Mark and Clive Low too.
Bad.
Yeah.
Bad. All right. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna play a little Dizzy. We're gonna play a Cosmo for Layla, and then we're gonna play the latest one, Freedom.
Oh, okay, nice.
Okay.
Dizzy. All right, nice. Okay.
All right, so then we go do. All right, so where's Dizzy? Come on, Dizzy. We gonna play a little Dizzy.
Everyone with Yes, we need more willing fools, 'cause I can't help being confused by all the suffering I see around me. Oh, I'm feeling kind of dizzy. What have we to fear? We see the same things, yeah. The moon will rise, the sun will set. What you give, you get. Be free, like a flower blossoming. Be, all your power lies within. Oh, 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 yeah, can't you see, hear me calling out to you? Yes, we need more.
That's just a sweet song right there.
Hey, we need more willing fools, don't we?
Don't we though? It is so true.
It is. We need more willing fools, man. Just to be out here and giving it up and spreading the real shit.
Yeah.
You know, that's Jeff again on the horns, playing with Donald Byrd.
All right.
From Family Stand.
Family Stand, yeah. Well, I love the instrumental versions, the instrumental songs that you have with Jeff playing on the albums. You know, each album has like a little jazz instrumental thing on there.
Got Over Sax, Sex with a Stranger. I think another one. That's Questlove on drums on Dizzy too.
You weren't playing.
Great.
You weren't playing, girl.
No, they played together. And I always have to qualify though I love how it came out. That was my scratch vocal because they were playing live all together. And they said, "Would you have to sing with?" I have a cold right now. I had a sinus infection. Every time I hear it, I'm like, oh, I hear the stuffiness. But so I was putting my scratch vocals so they could play together, you know, and build up with me and stuff. And I said, okay, now I'll come back and put my thing later. And afterwards, I was like, no, that was great. I'm like, no.
So that's why you said, next time I'm redoing this puppy.
I'm redoing it.
Do it the way it's supposed to be the first time.
Okay, sure.
But like you said, we are our own worst critic because this sounds good as hell to be.
Oh, man, listen, thank you. You know, when you listen to it, I'm like, I hear my nose is stopped up. My nose is stopped up.
Matter of fact, but speaking of, I was thinking of like, I was talking to Cindy Mizelle, Paula McWilliams, and
another great album.
Or even Audrey Wheeler was saying that sometimes they have a hard time. What is their voice? Did you always feel like you had your voice?
I have to say, the only thing that probably, if anything, strayed me a little bit was doing those years with Chaka as a background singer, because then you get keyed into, you have to sound like her, right? So, because when I was in high school, you know, I went to the Booker T Performing Arts in Dallas with Erykah Badu and Norah Jones and Roy Hargrove. So I was a soulful jazz singer, right? And so when I started singing with Chaka and having to lock in on that, then I went to Family Stand. I was like, okay, stop me anytime I do a riff that sounds too Chaka-esque or a turn or anything that sounds. So they would say, okay, you're doing Chaka. so I had to reel it back in and now I think I'm to a place where, you know I still have some overtones of Chaka. I know I do because, you know, I grew up listening to her as well and loving her. So, but I think I'm at a place where my balance is me. You know, I feel very pretty comfortable in my skin as an artist. You know, as a singer, sure, but as an artist, I feel pretty confident in who I am and executing who I am.
Hi, this is Cindy Mizelle, and you are listening to Bass Entertainment Podcast. Have a good time.
Because even it wasn't too recently. I said, wait, I really sat down and listened to Tight Fit, and I can clearly hear you. But initially, I was like, Oh, that's Chaka doing on the part because you have the same tonality as her on those songs, you know. And
it was a gig.
So
I think before that she would sing all her background vocals, and I was one of the first of her background singers that she took into the studio. So that was, it was quite. I wish we were hanging out so much anyway at that time. I was always there, so it was like
I can sing it out. Bitch, come on here and sing this song.
Come on, sing to me. All right. So we got a couple of them.
Like Karen said, she called me a bitch. Oh, that's a term of endearment.
Yeah, it is. It is. That's why I said that's my bitch. I mean, that's my dog.
Okay. But yeah. So that was a question that was in my head. I was like, did you always have your sound? Did you always knew, or singing background you wind up sounding? But like you said, sing with Chaka, you have to sound like her.
That's the job. Yeah. That is literally the job.
Because like you said, when you think about all the older albums, she was doing all the background stuff. She's going to do it live. She need to sound like you need to sound like her.
Yeah. You have to try to recreate her sound. So it was.
And she make it sound easy, but it's not.
It is not at all.
I mean, it's easy for Chaka because she just does it.
Right.
She don't even think about it. That's just her sound.
She wakes up in the morning. That's who she is. So, getting all those inflections and her specific rhythm patterns down, natural sound, natural, but not, it took a minute, but once you feel it, it's in there. That's the thing about it. It's really infectious. Once you feel that, oh shit, now I want to sing like that all the time. So you gotta to not do that. You have to force yourself consciously to okay, what would I do if I had never heard Chaka Khan before? Right. No, really. And then find what your own thing is,
Like Tony Funky for Jamaica Smith. She said, I had to turn Chaka Khan off. She said, because I feel like, she's like, I'm just Chaka Khan. I'm another version of her.
Jamaica Funk with Chaka Khan.
Right.
Chaka Khan thought Jamaica Funk with Chaka Khan when she first heard it.
Right. Like, when I do that shit.
No doubt. Melissa Morgan, Vesta Williams. It's like, it's so, and women coming up at that age, especially people with big voices like that, and have some range on them. That was the iconic voice of that time. And now everybody trying to sound like Beyonce, right?
Yeah.
Everybody's Beyonce or Chloe and Haley or something, but Chloe and Haley came from Beyonce. So Beyonce is the godmother of all of that style that you hear now.
It's true.
There are hardly any big voices anymore. They're all that light, very, malleable, lyrical voices, and they're beautiful, of course, but it is definitely different than what we did.
It is different. And I'm like, can somebody, yell a little bit?
Somebody a little bit.
Just a little bit.
You're saying blues. Not on the radio. Right. No, I'm sorry. We're not going to let you do it on the pop radio.
Right. What I heard Chaka say.
I'm just saying the fact we in what was it? Well, it was 90. Getting away, baby, you know what I mean? What I mean? It's like that was still, you could do that. I can't do that. The voice ain't on the radio right now.
Mm-mm.
That's not on satellite nor, terrestrial radio anymore. None of those voices like that.
The only place you're going to hear that is in gospel music, or you a house song, you get somebody hollering up in there, because to me, house music for the most part is like gospel, dance gospel music.
It is. It is. Yeah, right. Definitely. Josh Milan, them chord changes.
Yes.
Man, that boy, he's straight out to church, man. Come on.
Just bad. Just bad.
Open up the Bibles. to Revelations. No, he's all of that in a bag of chips.
So that's why, I'm still into my, I got to get my house because, to me, that's where I click into my higher power too, right up in there. It just takes you there.
For real. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, right. Play some good, soulful house music.
Mm-hmm. Well, speaking of house, we said we were going to play Cosmo.
Company Cosmos. Yeah.
Hey, Layla, if you're listening, this for you,
It's for
girl.
you, baby. That's for you, Sissy.
Shoot, that make you want to just get up and dance up in here.
Yeah.
Work up a sweat.
Oh, whoa. I'll take it there.
Okay. But Sandra,
yeah, baby.
Thank you so much for coming out here and spending this time with me.
You know, it's cool. Very cool. I really appreciate all of your support, man. I really do.
Please. And you know you're welcome back anytime.
Yeah, I'm going to hit you up when this record is ready.
Come on back. We're going to do album release.
Yes.
And what I always do, like people that the first episode that I ever do, or whenever I do something on somebody and I feel they might come back, when they come back, we just concentrate on what's coming out now. So I said, hey, if you weren't here, was the past stuff. You go on to the past episode.
That's an episode before already. We
right.
Did that.
We done did that, done that. Because I hate when people go to interview and the same old thing over again. You ask the same question. Come on now. Can we get some new questions?
Can we do this?
Right. like if you go watch a Chaka Khan interview, how many times is somebody gonna ask what her name mean? How you say it?
Really, guys, really.
Okay. All right. Can you scratch that question from everybody's list? Chaka, when you go on an interview, don't ask this, don't ask that, don't ask that.
If you ask me something that you could have easily Googled. Right. You can come and talk. We'll talk about it, but know the basics, baby. Just know the basics.
Exactly. 50 years, everybody know that.
Come on. Seriously.
So
really?
I try to touch on things that maybe somebody else don't know about, or maybe somebody didn't ask.
Yeah.
And music that people don't know.
Which is really dope because folks, again, when I ever heard no album, I put an album out. You didn't hear it right? No. So like, oh, she put another record out after Back Diva. Yes. Like, yes, she did.
Can people still get a hard copy from you?
Not for me. No, I don't have any hard copy. I don't have no. Mm-mm. I mean, maybe like one of each just for my own little library, but No, I don't have anything like that. Well, it's all like label stuff, you know. They didn't give us no stats, you know.
And what I'm asking, like maybe Gemini both sides or something like that. You think that maybe you can like put that on the album, vinyl one day?
I'm sorry, well, you
like Gemini both sides. So I'm frozen.
Oh, you back now?
Okay. Gemini both sides, or Oya's daughter on a vinyl or something.
I'm talking about that with this label now because they do beautiful vinyl. They have their own plant, and like Oya's daughter, I can do that. Gemini both sides, I can do that. I can't really do that with Mac Diva, but I can do it with those two. So we're definitely talking about, we're gonna put out this record first and reach back and do some vinyls on, you know, some collector's items. You know what I mean?
That's what I'm talking about, because you know I'm buying my vinyl. I'm like, if somebody got a vinyl, if you see me on Instagram, I'm holding up. All right, there's Teresa Griffins. Here's Raquel Rodriguez. You know, I'm supporting that vinyl because I
love that because it sounds better.
Yes. And you get all the credits and everything. You get to read and watch a picture. You know, you look at a picture. You know what I mean? You get all that stuff.
A whole experience. It's not like while you're scrolling, listening to something. You
really sit there and you concentrate on what you're listening at.
Right.
Or listening to, should I say. You know, you're like, oh, this is playing in my ear, like you said, as I'm going through,
you know, TikTok.
Right.
No, definitely. This is why I wanted this particular label, because they focus on the vinyl. They do all the digital stuff, but they do vinyl as well. But the vinyl is their main focus. So that's key for me right now.
All right. That's what I'm talking about. I can't wait. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. All right. So let me ask you another question. What made you redo Freedom?
Well, this was actually a disease idea. And, you know, he comes from that same space of, you know, connectivity, and the song I did before with him was called Connected, you know, and that whole, you know, what we're doing right now in the world kind of thing. So it was a good choice. And he asked, would I be down to sing it? I'm like, yeah, I love that song. So, yeah, it's one of those songs that is going to be timeless, just because, you know, this is something we're going to always treasure, our freedoms and our, you know, our need to self-identify and stand in our space.
No matter how they try to make us
undermine everything we feel.
Right. Exactly. I mean, I couldn't even get the words out because I'm just so disgusted by the whole situation. But yeah.
Ooh, let's not get started. That's a whole nother podcast.
Okay. Ooh. You know, if you notice, I try not to get into that political thing when I'm doing my stuff because I don't want to be pissed off. But every once in a while, you just, you know, you gotta.
If it flows there. You gotta say what you gotta say.
Gotta say what you gotta say. So, but yeah, I love this remake, re-envision, reimagined version of Freedom, and I'm looking forward to the new album to come out. So,
thank you. It's called 11 because I put my last record out 11 years ago.
Damn, time flies.
Isn't that silly? So, yeah.
Like I said, I can't believe it's like 26 years since that Sister Factory show. I'm like, what the hell?
What? It feels like a couple years ago, right? No,
I know. And I think about Raven. She a mother now. She's
a mother. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, Yvette's a great grandmother. It's insane. It doesn't make any sense. None of it.
Crazy.
None of it makes sense.
But yeah, once again, thank you for coming on here and spending some time and chatting with me. And when you come back to the States again, I got to see you in person. Maybe break bread or something like that.
I like that. Yeah. I love that. Yeah. So let's do it.
Let's do it. And I'm going to run over to Karen's show on the 30th.
Nice. Give her a hug for me.
Definitely. But everybody, I hope you enjoyed this episode. During this episode, I mentioned previous guests like Cindy Mizelle, Paula McWilliams, and so many. Anyway, just go on over to Bass Entertainment, BAAS entertainment.com, and check out other episodes. We're working on 140 episodes of some of the best artists that ever made music.
Yeah.
And some of them you might not even know of, but if you go in and check on it and listen to it, you be like, oh my God, I didn't even know I like this. I didn't even know who this person was, but I like them now.
Right.
So go on over there. I mean,
listen to he got some stuff, man. He got stacks of interviews, man. Beautiful stuff.
Yeah. And then if you love the music that we're playing, I try to keep it eclectic on my radio show. Check me out on Fridays at 6 p.m. That ride home, you sitting in traffic and you've got your phone set up. Go to www.urbaninfluencerradio.com and you'll check out the Bass Entertainment Show. It comes on 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Central, 4 p.m. Mountain, and 3 p.m. Pacific Time. And if you a later owl, if you up late, it repeats on Monday. So check it out on Monday nights at 11 p.m. Most artists are up late, so they sleep all day and get up and do their stuff at night. So 11 p.m., check me out Eastern Standard Time. And once again, 10 p.m. Central, 9 p.m. Mountain, and 8 p.m. Pacific. So check out the Urban Influencer Radio with the Bass Entertainment Show. I mean, I start off, like I said, I love my house. So we start off with a little bit of house music, and then we break it down to a little R&B soul, maybe a little rock infused soul, and then we go to a little jazz. I give you a little jazz up in there, and then I ended off with some slow music. People still love slow music. These kids nowadays aren't making it as much. But we lived on some slow music when we was kids, boy. So, and I think that's when a lot of artists do their best work. Because it was on a slow jam.
Shine.
Right. So, So I got to end it on a slow jam. So it's only an hour long, but it's an hour packed with some good music and worth listening to. Matter of fact, my cousin just hit me up the other day. She was like, Troy, this show you got on today is ridiculous. Awesome. Well, thank you, girl. And it's what I love. I'm not playing nothing because somebody's greasing my palm or saying, Troy, if you play this, I give you this or whatever. No, I'm playing strictly what I love.
Good.
So, I mean, I don't look at no chart. I don't do anything. Only thing I listen to on Fridays is the new music that's coming out. And I'm like, yep, no, yep, no, yep.
You got good taste, so you're good to go.
Well, thank you. And once again, we have been sitting down and conversing with the diva of music. I mean, she's not R&B, she's not soul, she's not jazz, she's not house, she's everything music. And, I'm just honored that she's here. And we have been sitting down with the incredible, the incomparable, the one and only Sandra St. Victor. Yes, we're going to go out with her latest single, and it's called Freedom. You might remember it as a George Michael song, but Sandra just put her spin on it, so it's going to be fire. So until next week, y'all, peace and love. And you know what? Happy Pride Month. Happy Black Music Month. Once again, this is the beginning of Black Music Month. I got a lot of good artists coming on this month, so just stay tuned, and peace and love.
I won't let you down. I will not give you up. Got to have some faith in the sound. It's the one thing that I've got. Say I won't let you down. So please don't give me up. Because I would really, really love to stick around. Oh yeah, yes.
Ooh, who's doing those horns?
Yeah, this is Kids in Honor, man. This is on Disease record. He called in the whole horn section and rhythm section. He did a great, this is his arrangement. He did a killer arrangement, man.
Ooh, you ain't lying.
I love them freaking horns.
Okay. So we was talking about, the Queen's tour.
Yeah.
And we said, you know what? Chaka's doing a thing, but I don't understand them dances. If anything, get some horns.
What the fuck we need dancers for?
Right.
Past that. We ain't the dancers crowd age. We want them.
I'm like, where the horns? Give it to them folks gyrating on the stage.
Right on to them kids jumping around and wiggling. No, right? I was thinking that too, actually. Oh, nah. I don't know whose idea that was.
Okay. All right.
Anyway.
If you're listening, next time get rid of them children and get some daggone horns.
Get some horns.
Right, because she when it's a horn playing, she matches it.
Right?
Right.
She'll start singing with them. Bad boys, listen, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's inspiring for her as well.
Yeah. All right. So if you listen, Chaka, get you some horns, girl. But I know this. I said this was going to be the end after Freedom, but we just kept on chatting, y'all. So since we are still going on, I'm going to play another little song for you. I'm going to end this off. This is it, y'all. Though this is it, because I definitely got to play this, because if I don't play it, y'all still going to be giving me some hate mail talking about why you ain't play Ghetto Heaven. That's the jam. So, hey, peace and love, y'all. And I'm going to end this with Ghetto Heaven by the Family Stand.
This is David P. Stevens.
Hello, this is Christian Demasonis, a.k.a. Big New York.
Hey, it's Miss Grenade.
Hey, this is David Sosa, the Latin Prince of Soul.
Hey, everybody, this is Kevin Owens.
Troy, Gordon Chambers in the building.
Hey, this is Lettuce.
Hey, it's Helen Bruner and Terry Jones.
Hey, this is your girl, Lady Alma.
Hey, this is soul jazz recording artist Frank McComb.
Hello, everybody. This is Ricky Jones.
Hey, this is Sticks Bones, that groovy drummer.
Hey, this is Toy Taha.
Yo, what's up, everybody? This is Mark the Divine.
Hi, this is Mason. You're listening to my friend Troy on the Bass Entertainment Podcast.